Hi, this is Sujai with a healing transformational moment. I had someone send me a notice about a prayer circle, and I felt that it was time for me to respond with not just prayer, but the things that you need to do for healing. Prayer without works are dead, and when God gives you illness that knocks you off of your feet, it means that you can't continue living your life the way that you're living, and that you have to stop, think about what you're doing, and make changes. So the healing message that I'm sharing is that when you have cancer, when you have a heart attack, stroke, or something like that, you have to stop and figure out what you're doing that contributed to that. I had breast cancer when I was 29 years old. I'm now 60 years old. I got rid of my breast cancer in 3 weeks. I did it by becoming macrobiotic. I read the book, The Macrobiotic Approach to Cancer, and the book didn't just talk about diet and becoming a vegetarian. It talked about I had to learn how to live, and I didn't know how to live. I knew how to work. We're taught in school how to learn, study. You go on a job, they teach you how to work. You're supposed to go out and make a life for yourself and everything, but nobody tells you how to make a life. They tell you how to make a living. The way to make a life is to have a healthy diet, have a healthy lifestyle, to enjoy life, to live, breathe, and be free. Most jobs are more like a sentence to be in jail, to be locked up. You work hard, you come home too tired to live your life, and you don't know how to relax and breathe, or don't have time to relax and breathe, so you end up going back to work without ever having really lived your life. You work all the time, you make barely enough money to pay your bills, you don't get to go out and take long vacations or go take long periods of rest, and that's not good for your health. I had cancer because I was a workaholic. I knew how to work, I didn't know how to live. So when I got my tumor, I put my hands up. God, I don't know what to do with this, because if I knew what I did to cause this, I wouldn't have done it. So the macrobiotic approach to cancer came into my life, and the first thing it said I needed to do was to go out and enjoy nature, places like this. Watch the butterflies flutter by, look and see what the squirrels are doing, seeing how the birds are flying and their mating dances and how they sing, and don't worry about other things. So I took the book out into nature and read it. The first 40 pages I had to read it 3 times before I really understood what it was talking about. But I learned how to balance my life. First thing, I was a meataholic and a sugarholic. I had to cut both of those completely out of my life. I tell people now, you don't have to cut those out completely out of your life. Sugar maybe for a minute, because we do too much sugar, but if you eat no more than 2 ounces of meat a day and fast from meat 1 day a week, your body can recover from most things. If you eat a lot of vegetables, if you eat fruit every day, as they say you should, then you will become healthy. Most people become sick because they're constipated. If you are full of crap, then your body's going to store it somewhere, and those storage stacks become tumors. Tumors are nothing but stored waste. So sometimes people are exposed to toxic waste on jobs, or they have toxic waste in other kind of things that start the problem. But if you have no toxicity in your body, then it's difficult for a tumor to take hold. You have to have multiple things going on in order for this great body that God gave you that can heal anything to fail to do the healing. When people have moles and lots of moles, boils and things like that accumulating on their body, that's because you're toxic. I had someone take all meat and sugar out of their diet, and they noticed in a matter of weeks that the moles fell off of their face. The big, overgrown moles fell off because they were nothing but a sign of toxicity. So everybody knows they should eat vegetables. They should eat fruit. If you eat 2 apples at night and you are constipated, in the morning everything will come out right. If you make sure you have good fruits and vegetables every day, then your body will tolerate a whole lot of other crap you do if you're doing the right things with that. But we're also sugaraholics, and the sugars we eat are causing too many problems. High fructose corn syrup has a way of making you feel like you're hungry even after you eat. That high fructose corn syrup has people eating to the point of obesity. If you cut high fructose corn syrup out of your diet, then you will eat a reasonable amount. If you eat too much, your body is congested and it stores all of the excess. And that, as we said before, when you have excess and your body stores it, you have toxic things in your body and your body stores it, that becomes cyst, boils, tumors, growth, and other things that can become cancerous. So do all things in moderation. Enjoy your life.